First, get to the Industry Canada website .ic.gc.ca. Here we look at the trade data. I think it's way down. Go to Trade Data Online, or you can type in this address to get to the website straight away. Most of the data used in the project is by HS codes. Here we can choose total exports or imports. We can choose the last 5 years or 10 years, or we can actually specify the particular years that we are looking for. Okay, so let's just take the last 4 years. Oh, well, let's take last 10 years. We can decide whether we want data for Canada as a whole or we want distribution by provinces. Another good thing about this database is that it also has data for the United States, which we're not really looking for right now. So go back to Canada. We can get Canadian trade, total Canadian trade, or we can get it detailed by countries that we export to. Or we can look at the top 10 countries, or pick up the countries, choose the countries from this list. So let's look at the top 10 countries. We can choose total trade, that is for all products, or we can choose by product. Right now let's just look at all products. A run report will give us the data. You can use the website to get the graphs, but they don't look too good. So it's better to take the data into Excel and make the graphs yourself. So here we have the data. Canadian total exports. Save data to Excel file. This data is separated by comma. So you can choose data, copy, take it to Excel and paste. One column because that's where all your data is. Data, text 2 columns, delimited, because you want to choose what separates the data in each column, and we know it's comma separated, so we choose comma. And here we have separate columns. We can make graphs in Excel. Let's look at columns. Choose the data here. Let's just do it for the first few countries. Next, we can choose where you want the legend. Let's have it at the bottom. We can choose whether you want to name the series. Title, this was total exports. Here we have the data. But what you see here is that the numbers for US are so large that we don't really get to see the trend for other countries. We can go back to our data, source data, and we can say this is our data range. We can go to series, it picks up series, and we can say just remove the United data for United States, and this is what we have. So what we see here is that our exports to Japan have overall remained same. Confused which one is UK, which one is Germany, so we can pick one series and we can change the color formatting of this. Let's get green color because we don't have that. Going back to our data, here we can choose total imports as well. The other thing that is interesting to see is what are the top products that Canada exports. So here we choose, we want aggregate data, but we want the top 25 products either at HS6, HS4, HS2. This tells you at what digits you have classified the data at. So 2-digit is industries are divided, or products are divided into 2-digit industries. These are the 4 digits. So as the numbers increase, is more and more disaggregated data. So let's look at the HS2 run report. This is what you have. So HS2 digit 27 numbers is for these products. Okay, so we have the top. And when you ask to report the top 25 products, it's ranking them by the latest data that it has. So it's for 2008. Okay. All right, and then you'll just do the same thing to get the data into Excel. You can see what the latest data is. And I think they just report up to December 2008 right now. You can choose it in percentage terms as well. Let's choose the top 10 countries and see what they... So this is the percentage of trade with the US. Total exports going to the US was 84% of total trade, total Canadian trade, which seemed to have decreased to 77%. To UK has increased to 2.68%. And to Japan, as we saw earlier, has more or less, it has increased, but more or less remained the same. It's increased a lot for China as well. So this is percentage of total trade. So these are good numbers to have as well to make pie charts.